2026 is not by spamming people. The last thing you want to do is spam people. This is what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're leaving thoughtful comments on people's posts. So, for example, you can use Evie AI, offer tips, be sincere. You can choose your LLM, any LLM that you want. I'm going to use Gemini here. And then what you do is you have the LLM write you a comment on the post. It usually just takes a few seconds for the LLM to read the post and draft a comment. And then once the comment is there, you just put it in there. But what you really want to do is visit the person's profile, open up their thing, and give them a buzz. So I'm going to go ahead and call Carlos right now. I'm going to use my CRM. I have a CRM that allows me to call people. Here it is. I press go, hit send, and I have 90,000 people in my CRM that I can call. But as you can hear, the phone is ringing right now, and I'm calling Carlos in real time. It's 9:35 a.m. Hopefully he picks up the phone, and I can have a conversation with him, a meaningful conversation, build a relationship with him, get to know him. If I click in here, I see...
You've reached Carlos Garrido. Please leave a message.
He did not pick up his phone, which is totally fine. I'm going to click on opportunities here to see what opportunities I have that just came in just now. And I have Diane Nelson that just came in a few minutes ago. We still haven't called her yet, so I'm going to go ahead and give her a call. The easiest way to call somebody that you have an opportunity with is to look up her phone number. Over here, I don't have her phone number. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to change it from sales to my 99 hacks, because I do have people responding to ads right now in real time. And so, for example, Mohammed Fayek, I just press go. And then I could just call this person. Okay, let's just see what happens. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed. This is Joe Applebaum. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for requesting some information about our 99 LinkedIn hacks this morning. Are you looking for clients? Is that why you submitted?
Yes.
Okay, who's your ideal client?
It's the IT CIOs, CDOs.
Okay, and where are you located?
Toronto, Canada.
Oh, Toronto. That's cool. Yeah, so you're looking for CIOs, and what are you offering them?
We're offering them IT service management consultancy,
Okay.
and IT service management trainings. If you know
Oh,
of
that's
ITIL,
cool.
have you ever heard of ITIL? ITIL?
ITIL. No, I haven't heard of it, but it sounds really interesting. I'm sure CIOs have heard of it.
Yep, they did.
Yeah. And I see you have 3,000 followers on LinkedIn. You posted an hour ago, and I see that you're paying for LinkedIn too.
Yes, that's correct.
Amazing. I'm actually doing a training in about 30 minutes or so. Are you around, or would you rather schedule something on the calendar?
I would rather schedule something. I have a call. The only call I have today isn't 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to chat with you. Do you have some time later today, maybe in the afternoon, like 4 p.m. or something?
Okay.
Or
For how long?
Or 5 p.m. if that works for you. I don't know,
No,
30
actually,
minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. 4 is good. So I have to leave like 4:40, something like that. So yeah, 4 is good.
Okay, yeah. So I'll send you a calendar invite for today at 4, and I look forward to speaking to you then, Mohammed.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Talk soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, great. So I have this guy, Mohammed. I'm going to put his LinkedIn URL here. I'm going to save it just like that. I'm going to move the opportunity to sales. I'm going to move it from 99 hacks to a different pipeline. Sales. He's a green flag, 1968. I'm going to assign it to me, Joe Applebaum. I'm going to press update over here, just like that. And then I'm going to book a meeting with him, with me. Select calendar. Let's see. Client success, tech support, Joe Applebaum's calendar. I'm going to do it for today, the 30th. Select time slot. There is no time slot, so let's see if we could. Meeting location. Okay, the time slot's not working for this. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. Let me try the Evie AI demo. I'm going to press cancel here. That did not work clearly. I'm going to click on tasks, notes, appointments, add. Let's see if it works this way. Default calendar. We're going to do today at, what did we say? We said 4 p.m., right? I'm going to do custom. Change it to 4 p.m. today. 4, not 4 a.m. I'm going to do 4, I'm going to do p.m. 4:00 p.m. What is going on over here? I literally just changed this to 4 p.m. That did not work. Okay, again, 4. Okay. Confirm. 4 to 4:30, default calendar, Mohammed. And I'm going to press book appointment, just like that. Appointment booked. Hopefully he received an email. Great talking to you. See you at 4 p.m. EST. Okay, so I just sent him the information just like that. That's nice. It's nice I was able to connect with him. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in to Evie AI. I'm going to save his information, run it to Evie AI. I'm going to call it 99 hacks. 99, not client, but prospect. So 99 prospect, save. And I'm going to have a conversation with him. I'm also going to take his cell phone from here, pop it in like that. His email, pop it in like that. I have his email and cell phone inside Evie AI and ready to go. So that's how you book a meeting with somebody and build a relationship. Let's see. Did Carlos see that? Carlos saw that. I'm going to say would love to catch up with you. Would love to catch up with you. Okay. I'm going to close this out. Now I'm going to go to my profile. I'm going to go to view my own profile just to kind of see what I have going on here. And I see, okay, so somebody left a comment on this post. Interesting. Who left a comment? So you can't see who left a comment, which is annoying. So what I have to do is I have to go through here, click on posts and activities, and then go down over here. I'm going to like this. I'm going to like this. And I'm going to check. Oh, Tina Larson. She said amazing. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to go to Tina's profile now and leave her some comments because she's been leaving comments on my posts. I want to make sure that I acknowledge her and leave comments on all of her posts. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on this. Okay, I just left her a comment on that post. Love the book, Tina. And then there's this one here. Leave her a comment on this. And today's Friday, so I have to do a prompt of the week for Friday. So let's go ahead and write a prompt right now. We're going to write an article on my new prompting thing. So I'm going to click on write an article. And what should the article be about? Let's think for a second. Let's think for a second. 10 meta questions to ask to get the best question on any topic. Let's do that. 10 meta questions to ask me. Meta questions / prompts / meta prompts. Okay. Okay, I'm going to paste them in here. Well, here are 10. Want to get the best questions that you can answer with AI. Here are 10 meta prompts to help you be able to come up with tons of questions. Okay, now I also have I also created an EVI question generator. So I'm going to go here. Here's my question generator. Okay, I put in any topic. Strategy.evi.com/meet. Okay. With AEO. Ten AEO meta questions. Oh, this is great. All right, so let's read them off. What are the 10 best beginner mistakes people make on the topic I can address in content? What are the most controversial content opinions? What are the most common objections or fears? What search terms are people trying to type into Google at 2 a.m. when they're desperate? What is everyone talking about X? What are the everyone talks about X but nobody talks about Y gaps in content? What are the most competitive beginner and intermediate and advanced person ask about the topic? What is the biggest myth and misconceptions about topic they should debunk? What are the tactical step-by-step how-to questions that people should ask about the topic? What is the most transformational before after questions people talk about the topic? What are the stupid questions people are afraid to ask about the topic? Okay, this is good. This really covers a lot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Grok, and I'm going to say, what meta questions are not being asked here that should be asked? Give me 30, please. What are the emerging trends? What are the tools and resources? What are the real life case studies? What are the ethical dilemmas? What are the most overlooked benefits? What topic intersects in the fields of technology and health? What do health habits related to this? What are the funniest, most embarrassing fails? What are the questions do industry leaders ask about topic? What cultural and regional variations exist in the approaching? What are the best books and podcasts? What are the best topics? What are the best key performance indicators? What are the best roles? Legal considerations. Oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. Okay, let's do this. Let's copy this, Control C, and then let's pop it into LinkedIn. LinkedIn, right? Where is it? This is it right here. Yeah. Just as a gift, here are 30 more. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to say, get a demo, get started on your journey. Let's see if we have another question. Control F, question. Oh, enhanced question generator. We have the enhanced question generator here as well. Where is that? Here. Okay. Now we need to create an image. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go to Evie AI. And we're going to click on this. We're going to say, create a banner for my LinkedIn newsletter. We're going to click on regenerate image called high energy prompting. Make me a YouTube video coming out of the screen. Okay, so over here, put me with me asking AEO meta questions. Yeah, let's just see what it says. Let's see if this banner gets created for me. Ooh. Download. I like it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is so good. This is so good. I want to vibe code a tool that has all these questions that comes up with questions for you so you can have a question repository. You know what I mean? Like you can go in there and just build questions that you can then answer. And we can even test this out too. But this is insane. Oh, and by the way, we're doing a class now. Someone's texting me. Let's see who's texting me. Can you hop on Zoom now?
Recording in progress.
All right, I just turned Zoom on because we're doing a session. We're doing a Evie AI bonus training session for our Evie AI clients. Let me see if Zach is here and Zach can join me. Zach. Let's find Zach. Let's go to contacts. Zachary Love. There he is. He said he's on. Okay. Zachary Love.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Amazing. How are you? I'm on LinkedIn Live right now, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Okay, so you're Zachary E. Love at Gmail, whatever, right? That's it?
Yes, that is. Yes, Zachary.e.love@gmail.com. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. That's good. And we're doing a session. We're doing an Evie AI client session now, starting in a few minutes, just FYI.
Beautiful.
Let me tell my team that you're on with me. Let me get you access to GHL right now. Make sure that you get access to my staff. Add a user. Zachary Love. Paste. Phone number. Let me grab your phone number from here. Details. Control C, Control V. Next. Oh, roles and permissions. You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. You need calendars. You don't need certificates. You need contacts, conversations. You don't need access to that. Let's see. I don't want to confuse you with a million different things. So, you don't need marketing. You do need media, memberships, opportunities, yes. Orders, no. Payments, no. QR codes, quizzes, dashboards, reputation, surveys, user management, WordPress. Okay, save. Okay, did you receive an email? If you go to try to go to app.ajaxunion.com and see if you could log in. Because they might just send you a code.
Yes, I have it. Yes. Click here to log in. I'm logging in now. Let me see what it says.
Yeah, you're an account admin, it says. Oh, but you know what? Maybe I didn't give you access to that. Let me just make sure that you have access to that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm doing my password now.
Roles and permissions. You're an admin.
All right, I'm in.
Do you on the left side? When you log in on the left side, can you click on opportunities and tell me if you see what you see in opportunities? Can you find the EVAI sales opportunity?
I'm doing my last login process now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Getting your account ready. Okay, now I'm in. And do I see what now? I'm sorry.
Do you see opportunities on the left side and contacts?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
do. Click on opportunities.
Yep.
And then under opportunities, you're going to see a drop down, and you're going to see 99 hacks. Those are the new leads that are coming in now. And then there's sales, EVAI sales. You see there's EVAI sales?
I see. Okay, so I see prospecting, first call scheduled, interested following up.
Under 99 hacks? Facebook 99 hacks?
I don't see Facebook.
Do you want to share your screen?
Sure.
Okay, on the top, you're in AI Blueprint. That's the drop down that you're in. So type in 99. Good. Click on Facebook. So these are there's 4,000. Yes, Tammy. There's 4,000 people there. Okay. You see it says 4,000 on top?
Yes.
There's 4,000 people there that came in the past 90 days that raised their hand that said they're interested in EVAI. So everybody there came in from an ad. Now the people that we spoke, when we speak to somebody, we move them to EVAI sales. So there's another drop down. In the drop down there's another one called, there's a bunch of them. There's one called EVAI sales at the bottom. You just type in sales. Delete everything and type in sales. There you go, EVAI sales. And that's the one that we're kind of moving people to when they're like in the actual pipeline.
Okay.
So you could scroll to the right a little bit. This is not as organized as we'd like it to be, but whatever. Appointment schedule. These are people that we scheduled appointments with. But you could literally call anybody here. On the left side, click on calendar. Instead of opportunities, click on calendars. So which calendar are you looking at right now?
Mine.
Yeah, so let's look at, can you click on, let's say, for example, somebody else's calendar, like
Ian's?
Or you click on appointments, not Ayan's, but let's say Fernando's calendar.
See more.
So you see there's a call happening at 10 a.m. with Isaac Andrew.
Oh,
on Fernando's calendar.
looking up from the. Okay. Yep. Gotcha. All right. Yep.
So that's going to happen at eviai.com/success.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know if that guy's going to show up to eviai.com/success. Tammy, is Juan working today?
Yes, but you are 1 minute late for a training.
I know. I'm going to press admit all, and I'm going to let everybody in. There's 7 people in the waiting room, so
okay,
that's
I'm
fine.
just letting you know.
Okay, if somebody shows up, you can go to eviai.com/success if you want, Zach, to try to help Juan be able to close that deal, to qualify and close that deal.
Okay.
But you'll see the whole calendar of all the different events that are happening today, because Violet's not in today, and Fernando's not in today, so Juan's on his own, and he's,
Okay.
Do I have Zach's phone number? I could add him to WhatsApp.
Yes, you have his phone number. It's in Go High Level, but I will now give it to you.
Juan said no one's on /success. The client did not show up.
Okay, so you don't have to go there. Stay here, Zach.
Okay.
Stay here.
All
I'm
right.
going to let everybody in now to the Zoom.
All right. You got it.
But stay here. We can keep having this conversation. You can stay. You can stop sharing your screen, though.
Okay.
You can stop sharing your screen now.
Yeah, I got you.
So, Tammy, Jen's not in today?
No, correct. She told you that in WhatsApp.
And Rhubob's also not in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, excellent. All right, I'm going to hit record. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this wonderful class. This is our monthly class that we do with EviAI users. It's our bonus training session. Our goal is to train you on how to be able to be successful with EviAI and with LinkedIn, and help you be able to take your life and your business to the next level. I'm going to go ahead.
Can you make Fernando co-host, please, and Juan a co-host, please? Or you could just make me host.
Let me make Juan co-host, Juan Fernandez co-host, and you said Fernando's here too? I don't see Fernando in the room.
Okay, he changed his name. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited that you guys are here today. And I'm curious to know, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to using LinkedIn? So in the chat, if you don't mind, sharing at least one challenge that you have with LinkedIn. And I'm going to show you how to do a few things today that are very practical that will help you be able to take your life and your business to a whole new level. I'm all about practicality. I'm all about being very pragmatic and helping you actually be able to do things that you can apply, not just like theory, but things that you can actually apply to help you be able to drive business. I'm on a mission to create $100 million in economic activity for my clients. And you guys are my clients, and I want you guys to benefit from this incredible opportunity that we have called LinkedIn. Now, I would love you guys to share with me what your challenges are, if you can. And this way, I'll be able to help you with your challenges and help you get to the next level. So Kevin said, sorry, Joe, I have no video. You have no video. Okay, but now I do have video. My video now appeared. Jason says, images that go with my posts. Amazing, Jason. I'm going to show you how I create some images that go with my posts. Eve says, still experiencing with the platform. Okay, Steve says, getting engagement on my ICP. June says, integrating Zoom for a live and creating videos. Ben says, number one challenge with LinkedIn. I missed a bunch of messages because I opened them but could not respond in the moment. Now they are buried down the list. Ooh, let me talk about that for a moment. And then Steve says, engaging with my ICP. Liz Lewis says, using AI to engage new clients. And Marlene says, many executives in my field, healthcare, do not engage or check for messages. Okay, that's great. These are great topics to cover today. I do want to show you guys how I post something to my newsletter. So I started a new newsletter. Remember, guys, just a few weeks ago, I started my 4th LinkedIn newsletter. Do you guys remember that? I called it High Energy Prompting. Why? Because I'm publishing a book called High Energy Prompting. I'm actually publishing a book called High Energy Prompting, teaching people how to prompt with AI. And along my book, I want to make sure that I can sell 1,000 copies of my book when I launch it. In order for me to do that, I need 1,000 people that are interested in prompting. So how do I find 1,000 people that are interested in prompting? One of the easiest way to do that is to create a newsletter and invite 1,000 people to join the newsletter. Do you get what I'm saying? If I call my newsletter High Energy Prompting and I say every Friday I'm going to drop a prompt, then people are going to be like, damn, I want those prompts, right? And the people that say, damn, I want those prompts, those are ideal clients to buy my book. And if they're ideal clients to buy my book, they're also ideal clients for me to help them with Evie AI. That's kind of like my whole thought process behind it. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen in just a moment and show you guys exactly how I constructed the today's post. And then I'm going to actually post it, and I'm going to share with you guys the actual post, and we're going to review it together, and then we're going to execute on it, and then we're going to answer all the questions that you guys have. So if you guys have issues, let me know what your issues are. Okay. So step number 1 is I go to linkedin.com, and I click on Create New Article. You guys should know already how to do that. If you go to linkedin.com on the homepage of LinkedIn, and you click on Write New Article, it opens up a box that looks kind of like this. I'll actually click on it so you see what it looks like. Do you see it? It just looks kind of empty. It has a placeholder for an image. So in order to create this image, once somebody says, Jason said, images that go with my posts. So I needed to create an image that go with this post. So I went into the side panel of Evie AI. Jason, have you used the side panel yet of Evie AI? It's a Chrome extension that sits on the side of LinkedIn.
Let's see.
If you have not used it, it's been a while. Okay, great. So if you go to eviai.com, EVYAI.com, I'll just show eviai.com, and you click on Add Evie AI to Chrome, it'll install this kind of like cute little side panel that sits on the side here. You see? And on the side panel, there's a new button we added recently called Image Gen. So if you click on Image Gen, you'll be able to see the images that you can create by describing the image here. So here's how I describe the image. I said, create a banner for my LinkedIn newsletter called High Energy Prompting, and me asking AEO meta questions. This is amazing newsletter. Make me dressed in LinkedIn blue and a Evie AI purple cap that says eviai.com on it. Do you guys see the prompt? Now I also gave it 2 images. I gave it one image of me, so it knows what I look like. And then I gave it one image with the High Energy Prompting logo, which is the logo I created with Evie AI itself, by the way. I used Evie AI to make me the logo for my newsletter, and then I pushed a button, and it generated this image here of me wearing the Evie AI cap, asking this question, and it says LinkedIn newsletter. Then I took this, and I pressed the download button here. You see this little down arrow? With that download button, it allowed me to download it to my computer. And once it was downloaded to my computer, I simply just dragged it into this article. Okay? Does that make sense so far? Put a $sign so far if it makes sense to everyone, because this will save you a ton of time. I used to have to go to Canva, design everything. Now Evie AI is your graphic design tool.
Joe, is this new?
When you say new, like when was the last time that you used Evie AI?
I guess it's been about a year.
Yeah, so it's we're adding 200 new features in 2026. We added about 100 features last year. So if you want to learn the features that we added, all you have to do is come to our office hours. Are you guys familiar with office hours?
Sure.
strategy.eviai.com/office hours. So we do daily, every single day. We meet at 12 and we meet at 7 Eastern. And if you click on Join Office Hours, the big yellow button, you're able to join the office hours. There's no charge. We're here to help you. We're here to learn all the features of Evie AI. You could share your screen. We go really slow. You can understand the workflows and automations. You can master all the integrations that we have. And you get technical support and all that stuff, okay? And by the way, I would suggest that you bring prospects to office hours with you, because you will get paid if those people become Evie AI clients. Do you get what I'm saying? So you could say, hey, I'm going to office hours to learn how to use AI with LinkedIn. Would you like to join me? And then some of your connections will want to come along with you as your guest, and they'll be like, holy shit, I could write a post with it. And they could try it with the free version of Evie AI to write a post and an image. We give that for free for people to try. So that's a great way every single day, twice a day, to bring people along with you to something where they can learn how to create a post and then be able to do what they need to do. Now, John says, how did Evie AI access to your picture? I actually uploaded my photo into Evie AI. So do you see this little button here? It says upload image. When I click on upload image, I can go to my computer and I can take one of my photos, maybe my baby photo or a photo of myself somewhere from my computer, and then I could upload it. Like, for example, this photo here, I can upload this photo into Evie AI, and Evie AI now has my photo. Does that make sense, John? Hopefully that makes sense. And if I want my logo in there too, I also add my logo as well. And then I give it a description. Now, the great thing about Evie AI is once you upload your photo in it, you don't have to upload it again, because you can go to any of your photos. For example, if I want to be able to take this photo here, I can then press regenerate image, and it'll regenerate the image with my photo and the prompt, and I just have to modify the prompt a little bit. Get it?
Yeah.
So under each photo, you can click the regenerate image button, and it'll keep that same image in the with you. And you can do this as often as you like. And I do recommend you guys create a whole library of images for yourself inside Evie AI that you could use over and over and over. And the entire library kind of just sits here right on the side here. And as you can see, I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images that I could use over and over and over in every social media platform. So sometimes I want to invite people to my 1 p.m. class. So I have this like come to 1 p.m. class. You see that? I can use this over and over and over in direct messages. I could use it in comments. I could use it in posts. I could use this in WhatsApp. I could use this in Facebook, in Substack, in text. I could use this everywhere. So this is an extremely powerful way to use Evie AI and to help you be able to be effective. Okay, so enough talking about images and office hours. Let's get into the article. Then I wrote the article with Evie AI.
Joe, there's a question in there, and I have a similar one. The prompt that you used to create this, you specifically used the word banner because that was going to create an image in the right, because LinkedIn is weird. It only accepts an image of a certain size in some locations. And is that why you use the word banner in your prompt?
Yeah. In the prompt, I said create a banner for my LinkedIn newsletter, and Evie AI is smart enough to create the banner in a certain size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to be adding additional features where you can select the actual dimensions of your image in the near future. That's one of the 200 features that we're adding to Evie AI in 2026. This is the most robust image generator that exists on the market right now. Called Nano Banana Pro. And so we have it integrated into Evie AI. We integrated the day that it came out, the API came out, we integrated it. And we're adding many, many, many new features to Evie AI. So this is one of the most robust image generators. And if you need additional prompts, if you go into our community, on the left side over here, we have a section called prompts, and then we have image prompts. You see that?
Yep.
And we have many, 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 many prompts, and you can see all the prompts right over here, but we have many more, and we keep adding more and more prompts. So you can go here and you can take these image prompts, and then you could use them to create these types of images. It's actually really, really interesting what you can do with Evie AI. Okay, and these were all created with Evie AI. And by the way, we do not have a watermark. So when you're creating images with Gemini or with some other tools, often they will put a watermark there.
Yes.
We don't include a watermark, so it looks nicer. And you could use these images inside school community and everywhere else as well. So we keep adding more and more prompts. And I do have an article. Marlene says this is being recorded. We're actually on LinkedIn Live right now, Marlene. So yes, it's on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Joe Apfelbaum, I'm going to click on live over here. It's called How to Get Sales from LinkedIn as well. So we keep adding more and more, and I'm going to share that with you here. Okay, so Marlene, that's where it is. It's also on my LinkedIn Live. Okay. I did that because some of our clients were like, dude, I want to just watch it in real time, and I can't log into the Zoom. I said, okay, I'm going to go on LinkedIn Live so you can watch it. Okay? That's kind of like what I'm doing now. What I want to show you guys. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. Also, I have lots of articles that I've written. One of my articles is called 150 image prompts. Put 150 in the chat right now if you want the 150 image prompts. Put 150 in the chat, and I will send you the 150 image prompts if you want it. be more than happy to send it to you as my gift for just engaging with me here in the Zoom. Okay, I'm going to paste it in here for you guys. And by the way, all the articles that I write, I create templates out of those articles. So if I want to push a template into, say, LinkedIn, let's say, for example, I want to go to my recent posts. So I go down here. I go to my show all posts. You see that? And in my recent activity, I can then push this article into here. You see that? I just pushed this article from Evie AI into here. If I want to push the portrait prompt article, I can go here, 19 image prompts. If I want my LinkedIn strategy article, I just send my LinkedIn strategy article there. If I want my DM triggers article, I just send it right there. If I want my LinkedIn 101 article, I just send it right there. Do you guys see the way I'm just kind of pushing templates from Evie AI into LinkedIn? And that also works on Facebook. So for example, if I go to facebook.com and I go into here and I say, who wants 150 amazing image prompts to use with AI? Okay, so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put it red so it gets really, who wants 150 amazing image prompts to use with AI? I'm going to press next. I'm going to press post. And now I'm going to send you guys this link. Go ahead and comment on that Facebook post because Evie AI works on Facebook as well. So go ahead and comment on that Facebook post now. I just sent you guys the link to that Facebook post. So as soon as you comment on it, I'll show you how I use Evie AI to reply to your Facebook comment. So go ahead and try it out. I'm going to wait till we get at least one comment here. Okay, so Ben said me. So I'm going to click on the like button under Ben. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to find the article, and I'm going to push the up arrow. Do you see it way it moved from Evie AI into Facebook by clicking on the up arrow? I just clicked this little up arrow, and it moved into Facebook. So now I push this, and now Ben has the link as a response to the comment. You see that? That makes his life a lot easier. It's 150 image prompts. Okay. I see Eves has his hand up. Eves, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was wondering what's the difference or what's the advantage of the article versus post, or I see you just posted your article, so I'm kind of a bit mixed up between both.
A post shows up in the feed. That's where the post shows up. If you create a standalone article is not going to show up in the feed. Okay? A standalone article shows up on your profile under where it says articles. Posts show up in the feed. However, articles rank really well on Google. So it's good to have some articles. I like to create very long articles that are like 40,000 words sometimes. And then what I do is I convert those articles into micro posts and into videos. So an article could be almost like a content pillar. Have you ever heard the term content pillar?
Pillar or pillar?
Pillar, Pillar.
Okay. No, obviously.
You never heard of it. Okay. So a content pillar essentially is like your main piece of content that has a lot of different content in it. And then from your content pillar comes out lots of different pieces of content. Does that make any sense to you guys? Yes, if it makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So that's so this will be like a content pillar right over here. You see this is a content pillar, which is 10 AEO meta questions with AEO, which stands for Answer Engine Optimization. The most important thing you need to do is ask questions and get them answered fast. But most people don't have a list of 100 questions to answer. So here are some prompts to help you do that. Want to get the best questions so that you can answer with AI? Here are 10 meta prompts to help you be able to come up with tons of questions. So here's 10. So I created 10 meta prompts here. And then I said, do you love these questions? Tell me if you have any other ideas for meta prompt questions. I also created an Evie AI question generator. And then I said, if you want to book a meeting with my team, book a meeting. And just as a gift, here's 30 more meta questions you can ask AI. So I put 30 more here. And then I said, start your journey with eviai.com. And now what I'm going to do is at the bottom here, what I can do is I can go to the image generator here. I can press copy, and then I can paste this image. Do you guys see the way that I copied the image?
Yep.
And then I pasted the image into the article? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That makes my life very, very, very easy. It makes my life very easy. So I don't have to sit there and like wonder, okay, I want a photo of myself. Okay, I'll just paste this photo of myself into the article. Wasn't that easy for me to press the copy button here and then paste it right into the article, and I could put as many images as I like over here? It's easy.
Great image.
Portrait, and that what I could even do is I could even copy the prompt of that, transform, and I'm going to say, by the way, here is the prompt I used for the above image of Joe Apfelbaum with Evie AI image generator. And now what I could do is I can select this prompt. Now, one of the things I like to do is I like to click on this little button over here, and that kind of puts the prompt into a box. Did you see the way I put this prompt into a box by clicking on the little code on button? Portrait of Joe Apfelbaum, CEO of Evie AI. Okay, I do that for SEO purposes. Okay, so now that I'm done with this, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to next, and now I need to write a post. So I'm going to a newsletter combines both a post and an article and an email together. You understand, Eves? So Eves, there's an article behind this post that's attached to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Evie AI write me the posts. I'm going to click on the content generator. When I click in here, Evie AI knows I want to write a post. I'm going to select my goal. My goal is going to be an informational post. My tone is going to be friendly. And then it's going to be Evie AI. And then I'm going to say, create a post about this topic and let people know that the article is attached to this post and have them read it. Okay, now I put the topic in. I press generate. And I'm kind of giving instructions to Gemini. I'm using Gemini here. Do you guys see the little star here next to the American flag on the bottom right corner? That's because I can use any LLM I want because Evie AI has all of them built in. So I chose to use Gemini, but I could use Grok, Claude, GPT, whatever. There's so many. Now I'm going to press insert, and it's going to push the content from Evie AI into LinkedIn. Ever felt like you're staring at a blank screen wondering what valuable content to create next? It's a common feeling, especially when you know how important it is to ask the right questions, to answer the right questions for your audience. That's where Answer Automation truly shines. It's all about asking but finding these questions can be the trickiest part. Most of us do not have a ready list of 100 perfect questions. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So you can actually prompt AI to generate an endless stream of relevant questions for your business and content strategy. What if you had a secret weapon, like a set of powerful meta prompts to help you uncover those deep, valuable questions? Questions that truly connect with your audience and enhance their understanding. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I put together a collection of these prompts. And in the attached article, I'm sharing my 10 favorite meta prompts. I truly believe in the power of giving and helping each other grow. This approach can truly supercharge your content generation, your content creation, and help you build meaningful relationships. I would love to hear your thoughts. One question you wish you had the answer to your business. Share it below. Let us explore. And I'm going to say, what topic do you want questions for? I want how to get clients on LinkedIn. Questions related to that. How about you? Okay, so now I'm going to press publish. Now, when I press publish, a couple of things are going to happen. So I just press publish. A couple of things are going to happen. First of all, this article will be published on my profile, But it will also be emailed to, guess how many people in the chat. Tell me, guess how many people. I remember I created this article just a few weeks ago in front of all of you. Literally, I created it when? Maybe 3.5 weeks ago. 5,112 people will get it. Yes, Ben. 5,112 people will get it. Now, I want Google to pick this up and Grok to pick this up. So the best thing I can do right now to guarantee that Google will pick this article up is I can share it on X. You see it says share on X?
Yeah.
So I'm going to click on share on X, and when I click on share on X, it says check out the latest article of my newsletter, blah, blah, blah. I just press post. That's it. So now my ex, not my ex-wife, but my ex, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. I don't even know why I said my ex-wife, but like when I think about my ex, I'm like, oh my God. But it landed on my Twitter. I'll just call it Twitter because I don't like the word X.
Yeah.
It landed on my Twitter, and because it lands on my Twitter, Google is set to look at my Twitter every day, maybe several times a day, because Twitter is integrated into Google. So if you go and search my name on Google, there's something called a Twitter feed inside Google. There's like a box, and you'll see all my latest tweets inside Google, and you'll see the one that happened 3 seconds ago. And so I know that Google picked up the article now, and LinkedIn has a very high authority with Google, and LinkedIn has a high authority with Perplexity, and and Twitter has a high authority with Grok. So Grok will now have access to this as well, and so will Gemini, and so will all the different LLMs that are out there. They'll get access to this, and now when somebody searches in an LLM, tell me how I can find meta prompts, it might suggest me as a meta prompt expert. You know what I mean? It might suggest EviAI more. I'll have more citations and so on and so forth. Now, what I can also do is I can add an FAQ to the bottom of the article about meta prompts, and that will help me as well. But for
maybe this is dumb, Joe, but why is it called a meta prompt?
The reason it's called a meta prompt is because it's a prompt for a prompt. It's a meta prompt. It's a prompt for a prompt. So I'm creating prompts to prompt.
Got it. Okay.
I'm not actually creating the prompt. I'm creating prompts to prompt. So, for example, a prompt would be, please give me information about Joe Apfelbaum. Okay. A meta prompt is, please give me a prompt to be able to find out information about Joe Apfelbaum. And it'll give me a bunch of prompts about how I can find information about Joe Apfelbaum. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's like it's meta questions. It's questions to create questions. Meta means it's kind of like the thing behind the thing.
Okay. Thank you.
And it's not like a term I came up with. Like there's meta descriptions, there's meta keywords, there's meta questions. Questions. What? There's meta what?
Metadata.
Metadata. Thank you. Metadata. Exactly. Or meta.ai, which is another LLM by Meta. Or there's the metaverse. Anyway. So that's the whole idea behind that. So I want to cover some of the questions, but do you guys understand what I did? I created a LinkedIn newsletter a couple weeks ago. 5,000 people joined. And then what I did was I started writing articles on that newsletter. And I'm doing it to prepare for my new book launch that I'm going to be launching this year called High Energy Prompting. And the idea is I would love to get 1,000 people to buy the book. In order for me to get 1,000 people to buy the book, I need to have at least a few thousand people that are getting my regular email related to the concepts of the book. That's right. The idea. So Rick says if you create the newsletter, LinkedIn, it automatically goes out to your subscribers. Yes, it automatically goes to the people that opted in to get the newsletter. It doesn't automatically go to all your connections or your followers, but LinkedIn does invite your followers to subscribe to the newsletter. And out of my 30,000 followers, 5,000 decided that they want to opt in and get that newsletter. Now I have 4 newsletters total. I have one called Frustration to Motivation, which was my first newsletter. I have one called AI Automation, which was my second newsletter. And then I have one called Advanced LinkedIn Tips, where I share tips and tricks about LinkedIn. And now I have one called High Energy Prompting. So those are my 4 newsletters that I have, and I share different articles in each newsletter, depending on what I'm talking about and what I want to share, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we covered that. Hopefully that was valuable to you guys, and you guys can put that into work in your own business. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's see. I have to drop on Shuma said. No problem on Shuma. We'll see you on the next one. Now, the other thing that I want you guys to really be measuring is how many people are your actual connections that are ideal clients for you. How many people are your ideal clients? Hi, Alicia. We're on High Energy Zoom. We have a couple of dozen people there. Do you want to join us? Okay. Yeah, bring them to High Energy Zoom because we're live. We're doing a class right now live. Yes, highenergyzoom.com. Thank you. See, I'm getting more people to join. More of our clients are joining. Okay, so one of the things I want you to try to figure out, so LinkedIn has a new feature that allows you to be able to search with regular prompts. So for example, I'm going to prompt LinkedIn right now, and I'm going to say, find me coaches that I am connected to that want to learn how to use LinkedIn. I press enter. So what LinkedIn is going to do is and I'm going to click on people here, and it's going to find me all the people that are coaches that are likely to want to learn how to use LinkedIn based on its own algorithm. Now, these are all coaches I'm currently connected to. Do you guys see that?
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to message these people with a message that basically says the following. I'm going to say, Frida, I asked LinkedIn to help me find coaches that want to learn how to use LinkedIn. How to use LinkedIn, and your name came up. Can you let me know if this is true? Okay. So now I'm going to press send. Is this a weird message to send somebody on LinkedIn? I don't personally think it's weird because it actually happened and I have the video to prove it. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm literally on LinkedIn Live. So they're like, what are you talking about? Is this like a veiled sales letter? It's not, because it's actually true. Now they might tell me to go fly a kite. Or they might say, I would love to see how you did that search. You see what I'm saying? But I can
Joe.
Yep.
You forgot to change.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I'm gonna change it now.
The name.
Joyce. I'm gonna go back to Ed, and now the great thing about it is I can hover over Ed. I can press edit, and I can still edit the message like this.
How did you get that message to automate and repopulate each time?
Copied it.
I'm just copying and pasting.
Oh, got it.
I'm just copying and pasting.
Just changing the name each time.
But you could have created a template, right, Joe?
Yeah, exactly. And I do create templates on Evie AI on the side over here. And I have a bunch of different templates. For example, I have one template called my first name hack. So I have one for Joshua here. So if you guys watch the 99 LinkedIn hacks, let me know if you have the hacks or you need the hacks, right? Need 99 or have 99. This is hack number 5, I think. Let me go into the 99 hacks and see. I'm going to go into the classroom, 99 hacks. Let's see. Do you guys need the 99 hacks or you have them? Curious to know where you guys are at.
Hard to say.
If you need, okay, so this is hack number 5. I'll just show you hack number 5 because I do this all the time. So this is hack number 5. I'm going to go into my network. I'm going to click on my network over here. And then I'm going to click on connections. Then I'm going to search Joshua. Press enter. These are all my Joshuas that I'm connected to on LinkedIn. You see, these are all the Joshuas. And what I want to do is I want to message all my Joshuas. So I'm going to click on each Joshua and I'm going to message them. But do you see I already messaged all these Joshuas? I messaged and say, I'm hosting an event called the LinkedIn Influencer Summit on February 18th from 2 to 5 p.m. I'm wondering if you want to be my guest. You see that? And I'm sending it to all these Joshuas. I already sent it to all these Joshuas Oh, I didn't send it to this Joshua here. Now, you might say, Joe, is there a fast way to bulk message everybody? I don't want to bulk message everybody for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, it's against LinkedIn's terms and conditions to bulk message everybody. Reason number 2 is I actually want to open up each DM just to see our last conversation and where we're holding. Because sometimes, and this is to answer Ben's question, sometimes you message somebody or they message you and it gets lost in the shuffle and you can't find it because the messaging on LinkedIn is not perfect. So it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So if I have the opportunity to go through all of my connections and be able to message every single connection by opening up the message box and be able to message them with a message, and let's say I only have 500 people's names that are unique on LinkedIn. You don't have millions of unique names on LinkedIn. There's only a limited amount of unique names. So if there's only 500 unique names on LinkedIn of first names, you can actually go through all the unique names. You can get through 80% of your connections because most 80% of your connections are going to have a unique name, like Joshua, Adam, David, whatever, right? They're not going to have, Bezadiah. There's only going to be one Bezadiah. So don't worry about the Bezadiahs right now. But for right now, just be concerned about the 80%, which is the Joshuas of the world, or the Ricks, or the Zacks. You get what I'm saying? There's only going to be one Lindley, but there's going to be a lot of Joshuas, and there's going to be a lot of Joes and Josephs, and so on. And so if you focus on those and you go through each one and you open them up, in most cases, you might only have, let's say, 200 unique names. So if you do one unique name a day, you'll be able to get through 80% of your connections and DM all of them over the course of a period of time, over the course of, let's say, a year or so. And you'll know that you touched every single connection, and you'll be able to continue the conversation. But do you see the way I missed this one over here, this Joshua here that didn't appear before? Now, if a person doesn't respond to me after a period of time, what I will do is I will disconnect from them. So, for example, this Joshua, I'm just going to go ahead and click on these 3 dots and press remove connection. And it's okay to kind of clean up your connections every once in a while from people that actually don't respond to you. And it's really, really smart to send messages to people if you're going to an event. You see that? Would love to, but coaching all day. And I gave him a thumbs up. You see, this guy actually responded to me. Curious investor. This guy's name is Josh. Hey, Joshua. I'm going to say, hey, Josh. And see. And if this guy doesn't respond to me, I'm just going to click on the 3 dots. I'm going to hit remove and move on. Now, the beauty...
Does the person, sorry, Joe, does the person receive a message that you're removing them? Or
no, they don't. They don't receive
it.
They just see me as a second-degree connection. Now, do you see this guy Joshua? He said, very good, Joe. I just signed up. I'll see you there. I said, awesome. Do you see that? Do you see what I'm saying? So imagine you wanted to message 100 people a day on your connections, and you did that for 20 days out of the month. You would have messaged 2,000 people on LinkedIn. Let's say you want to message 200 people a day, and you do that for 20 days. You would have messaged 4,000 people over the course of the month. You could message as many people as you want. There's no limit to how many messages you can send manually to people on LinkedIn. How long does it take to message 10 people? It only takes about 10 seconds if you're doing the first name hack. It only takes about a second or so per person. Maybe you want to go slow and take 10 seconds per person. That means every minute you could message 6 people. So if you want to do 60 people, it would take you an hour. You get what I'm saying? I always say send 10 messages a day. And if you send 10 messages a day and invite people to things, you're much more likely to get clients, even if the thing you invited them has nothing to do with your business. I would say, especially if the thing that you invited them has nothing to do with your business, because then you seem like a person that's just adding value. So the template that I'm using is, I'm hosting the LinkedIn Influencer Summit. You can say, I am going to the LinkedIn Influencer Summit, or I'm attending the LinkedIn Influencer Summit on February 18th from 2 to 5. If you'd like to be my guest, there will be 1,000 other people there learning from 8 top influencers. Would you like to join me? Happy to get you in as my guest. In other words, you're not telling them that it's a free event. You're telling them that as your guest, they can get in. You're not sending them a link to it. You're asking if they want to join you as a guest, and a lot of the times people will be like, no, I'm not available. But thank you so much for thinking of me. Keep me in mind for future events. Go ahead, Rick. Rick has a question or has his hand up.
Yeah, Joe, I was just going to point out, you did something very quickly that many people probably didn't catch. You sent the message to the person, then you disconnected. So they will still get the message. They also won't get notified that you disconnected them. But that way, if they are interested, they may want to reconnect, right?
Well, they don't even need to reconnect for me to keep the conversation going, and that's a hack on LinkedIn. If you want to keep messaging somebody after you disconnect, message them before you disconnect, and then disconnect, and you can keep chatting with them after you disconnected from them.
You did that very quick, but we caught it.
Yeah, good job. Good job on catching that. So I do disconnect from a lot of people. I disconnect from about 1,000 people every few months because I've been messaging the people and they haven't been responding to me, and I have over 1,000 people waiting to connect with me at any given time. And so I will disconnect from 1,000, and then I will add 1,000. But then 1,000 new people will be waiting to connect with me. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm at my max connection. So I'm always optimizing my connections by removing people and adding new people. At this point, if you only have 500 connections, you don't need to do that. You just need to add new connections. You just need to leave comments. Go ahead, Liz. Liz has a question. I don't hear you because you are on mute, and I do love reading lips, but okay, go ahead.
But you're not so great at it. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I sent a campaign through another platform, Agency Source, to possible clients. So out of the 5,000, like 2,500 didn't open, whether they were away or whatever. Is there an easy way for me to put them all into my LinkedIn and then send them each, the note that we send? Is there a way to do that?
There's no easy way to do bulk things on LinkedIn. And there's no easy way to do bulk things in a meaningful way in general at this time.
Right.
There are ways to send custom emails to people and to do things. But at the end of the day is you want to touch each person.
Right.
You want to look at each person. If you're
Right.
networking and you're building relationships with people, you want to make sure, and I know a lot of people don't want to take the time to look at each person and to look at their profile, to see what they're up to. But if I want to build a relationship with Ben Goddard, I need to look at his profile. I need to see what he's up to. I need to send him a message. I need to touch base. And there's a limited amount of people that you can touch base with over the course of the year. So you have to prioritize. So out of those 2,500, what I would tell you to do is prioritize the top 500 instead of trying to get for all 2,500 and then go a little bit deeper. Here's what I would do for those 500 people that you prioritized. I would call them, text them, WhatsApp them, email them, LinkedIn them, comment on their stuff, connect on Facebook, connect on Instagram, connect on Twitter, follow them on YouTube and comment on their video. And if you do those 10 things, the likelihood of them noticing you and wanting to build a relationship with you goes through the roof, especially if you do those 10 things every single month to them. Think about that. Imagine you had 500 of the right people that you went that level of depth with versus having 2,500 that you're just spamming emails to. And when I say spamming emails, I don't mean that you're a spammer or anything like that. What I mean is you're just hoping that they would see it and hoping that they have a need in the moment as opposed to like leaning into the conversation. I'll give you an example. I pay a lot of money to be part of associations and be part of groups. For example, I'm part of the Executives Association of New York City. I pay $7,000 membership fee, and I've been a member for 12 years now. So I've spent close to $100,000 just on membership fee, besides what it costs me to go to each event, besides what it costs me to go to the special events, besides all the time, effort, energy I spend actually investing in the members that are part of the association and the guests that come. But if there's 80 members that are part of the association, just me showing up to an event gets me top of mind with the 59 people that are going to be there.
Right.
So that, and each person has to do $5 million a year to be part of that. I'm also part of the Marketers Cruise. This is my second year on the Marketers Cruise. And by the way, I do recommend that you guys go on some type of cruise or join some type of event or do stuff in person because, and I know Arlene's coming with me on the cruise next year in 2027. So congrats, Arlene. If anybody else wants to come along with me on the cruise, we have 30 Evie AI clients that are going to be there on the cruise out of the 450 entrepreneurs that are going to be there for 8 days. You just have to pay for your room and everything else is included. So it's basically going to be cheaper than being at home because you don't have to pay for food. You get unlimited food and you get networking with 450 people. But the great thing about it is that Arlene, because she's coming with me on the cruise next year, I'm going to be networking her with all the people that came on the cruise this year and all the people that are going to come next year and in the Facebook group and all this stuff. So she becomes part of the cruise community. So if you're interested in joining, all you got to do is put a $500 refundable deposit down for Carnival. You have to mention that I invited you, otherwise they're going to reject you because they don't just allow strangers to jump on because everybody has to be super vetted to be on the cruise. But I do recommend joining. They are 75% sold out. All the top suites are sold out already. They do have a few balcony rooms left. If you want to join, just click on the link I put in the chat and do register as soon as possible. It's mostly authors, speakers, coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs from the United States and Canada. But there was like 10 people from Slovenia. There were 7 people from the UK. But it's mostly from the United States and Canada. Those are the people that usually attend. You can bring your family. A lot of people have brought their family with them. I personally went myself, and I had my own room, so I paid for double occupancy myself because I just wanted privacy. But you can treat it as a vacation. Lots of people bring their kids and their spouse, and their kids are playing, mini golf and enjoying their life, and they're networking and building relationships. And I took 100 selfies with the 450 people. So I took 100 different selfies and built relationships with people that I'm going to have enough follow-up from now till the end of the year. Till the next cruise, I have enough follow-up. I also closed 10 times more business in revenue than I actually spent on the cruise, just on the cruise itself. So the people that are there are very vetted, and they are, if you can take 8 days off your life and go on a cruise, and you could afford to pay for it, then chances are you have some money. You're not completely broke. You know what I mean? So I do recommend that you guys join me next year, and I will network you. I will give you the access to the directory of the cruise, which are the people that went this year, and then you can tell me who you want to meet there, and I can personally introduce you to those people because I know almost everyone that was on the cruise. And the reason I generated 10 times more revenue this year from what I spent, and last year on the cruise itself, I didn't really generate much revenue, but after I generated a bunch of revenue, is because a lot of the people saw me last year, and they saw me again this year, and then they met with me this year because they saw me last year, and they didn't have the time to meet me last year. So they spent a whole year seeing me on social media, and so I had trust that I built with them between last year's cruise and this year's cruise. My point is, I think you guys should join some type of groups and some types of events that you can meet people in person and then connect with them on LinkedIn. So for example, if you guys don't like cruises, I have an event that I'm going to called the Soulful Leadership Retreat in Orlando. It's going to be next week, and it's going to be several days in Orlando with 150 coaches that are soulful coaches. It's called the Soulful Leadership Retreat. I know that I have several Evie AI clients that are joining me there, and that's less expensive than the cruise because it's just an event on land and it's less days. And the thing is, it's actually a little more expensive if you factor in accommodation because the cruise includes the hotel, and that's going to cost like $200 a night for the hotel, but it's only 3 nights or whatever. So it ends up being like about the same or maybe a little more than what the cruise would cost. But yeah, I don't know. Bottom line is I have to fly to Orlando. I'm going to spend 3 days, 4 days or whatever there with a bunch of other coaches and consultants, do a lot of selfies, have fun, meet people in person, and then turn a bunch into clients, which is typically what happens when I build relationships in person. People want to do business with me because I'm so gracious and I'm there always just looking to add value. And also most people don't know how to use social media. They don't know how to use technology, and they need my help and they need my team's help. So it's going to be in person in Orlando, Florida. So when someone says, Joe, can you invite me to that one? I would love to go to Orlando and meet you, do a selfie with you. So this is what I do. I go to my profile on Evie AI. I go to my templates and I click on affiliate. You see affiliate? You see I have a thing called affiliate. And then what I do is I look for the Soulful Leadership Retreat affiliate link, which saves you $100 on it. And then I send it to you in the chat. And then I could also post it on my LinkedIn. So if I go to my LinkedIn post for this event, let's see where this event is. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on posts and activity. If I want to be able to share it under, let's say, this article here, I press this, and I just literally just pushed it from there to there. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So all the different events that I go to and the resources that I have, I save as an affiliate link inside Evie AI, and that helps me be able to get the word out and you know, just connect with you and build relationships with you. But you could see I posted this. Now, what I would love for you guys to do is look at my recent activity. I'm going to share my link to my recent activity. And I want you to go to my last 3 posts or my last 4 posts and see if you left me a comment on my last 4 posts. And if you didn't, go ahead and leave me a comment on my last 4 posts just to see what it feels like to go through someone's recent activity, because this is a very important thing that I want everyone to get used to doing. So I sometimes will go to Arlene's posts and notice that she posted 3 times and I didn't comment on her last 3 posts because I was busy and I was living my life and whatever. So I will play catch up on Arlene's posts and I will like and comment on every one of her last posts because I love Arlene so much that I want to make sure that I am commenting on every single post she ever posted. You get it? So I don't have thousands of people that are like that, but I have 100, like Rick and Marlene and Eves and Lindley and Alicia and June and Elaine and Ben and Kevin and Zach and Richard and Bobby. Do you guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to make sure that my top 100 clients, that I'm covering their posts and that I'm actually viewing their stuff. Hi, Devora. I'm on highenergyzoom.com doing a class for our community. Do you want to join us for the last 7 minutes of the class?
No, I want to postpone my membership until I get a handle on this hacking.
Let me call you back because I'm in the middle of the class. I just wanted to invite you, but let me call you back, okay? Thank you, Devora. Okay. So the idea I have for you guys is that I want you guys to consider supporting a group of 100 people deeply. You don't have to support 1 million people. But if you know who's in the position to refer business, I know Rick Clody, he's in the position to refer business to me. He's a recruiter. He knows other recruiters. He speaks to a lot of people. He's our top person in our community. I know he's in the position to refer business to me. So I want to make sure that I can support him deeply. So if you know that I'm in the position to refer business to you, then why not have me be one of your top 100 people that you comment on constantly on my posts and that you message me and that you're up to date with what I'm doing, and find 99 other people that you can support deeply on LinkedIn by saving them into Evie AI. But I do things in the context of, let's say, for example, the Speakeasy Mastermind. So I'm a member of the Speakeasy Mastermind. I'm going to their annual event that's going to be happening in San Diego in April. And there's going to be, let's say, 200 people that are there, and I'm going to be building relationships with those people. And they have 23 different chapters. And so I joined these groups that I pay thousands of dollars to be part of in order for me to instantly get access to those members. If that makes sense to you guys, put a $sign in the chat. Rick, go ahead. Rick.
Yeah, Joe, could you look in the chat, look at the list? I tried to scribe Elaine Jackson asked the question, what were those 10 things of how to connect with your top 500? I put what I remembered, but what did I miss?
Okay, let's see. Let me look over here. What am I missing? My listing of how to engage. Okay, so DM, follow, connect, comment, email, social media, happy birthday, happy anniversary, invite to event. So let me share my screen right now, and we'll write it out together so it makes it really, really easy for you guys. So whenever somebody asks a question, I like to put the question in our community. You see we have a question in our community. And so I'm going to put the question here. I'm going to say, what are the 10 best ways to stay top of mind with your top 100 relationships? Okay? What are the 10 best ways to stay top of mind with your top 100 relationships? I'm going to press copy, and then I'm going to go to EviAI, and I'm going to write the post with EviAI just to kind of share with you guys. I'm going to grant permission to EviAI's microphone. The 10 best ways to stay top of mind with your top 100 relationships is, number 1 is to make sure that you're calling them regularly. Make sure that you are commenting on their posts regularly. Make sure that you're connected with them on Facebook and that you see what they're up to. Make sure that you are following them on Twitter if they have a Twitter account, or on Instagram, or on TikTok. Make sure that you subscribe to their videos or to their podcast on YouTube or on Spotify. Make sure that you are sending them a text message every once in a while telling them that you're thinking about them. Make sure that if they have WhatsApp, that you're sending them a WhatsApp message and that you understand what they're looking for and what they need and offering to help them in some way. Make sure that you email them regularly with helpful information, whether it's an idea or it's an invitation to something or asking them what they need help with. Make sure that you're sending them messages on their birthday and their anniversary and when they have job changes. And overall, make sure that you understand what communities they're part of and what events they're attending, and maybe you want to join them for some of those events that they are attending. And if you do those things correctly, you will be very top of mind with those people. And remember, it's on you to educate those people on who you're looking to meet and how they can add value to your life. So don't forget to create a business networking one-sheet and share it with them as well. Now I'm going to press generate. And what this is going to do is this is going to turn this into a thoughtful post that has a hook, main points, call to action, and hashtag. Then it's super informational. And then once it generates the post for me, I'm going to take that post and put it inside the school community by pressing the insert button here. Do you see that? Hey there, it's Joe Applebaum. Glad we're talking about something. When it comes to staying top of mind, I'm going to delete this first paragraph here. With here, think about it. Reach in, okay, so.
This is Ted.
Hi, Ted. This is Elizabeth.
Hey, Elizabeth.
USAA Insurance.
Okay, I just muted Ted. So here's different things. Now, here's all these things. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change my persona here and make this persona a voice. I have something called a voice note persona. Okay, so I have a very specific voice note persona. And I'm going to change from Gemini to Claude. And then I'm going to press generate. And it's going to use the voice note persona to kind of turn my voice note into something not like a post, but more like a voice note. You see that? You see the way it turned it into like a voice note here? And I'm going to make it more into a list. So I'm going to say here, think about it. Reach out to them consistently, offer value. And then I'm just going to here add this over here. Yep. Control Z. I'm going to hit Control Shift V. Control Shift V, paste it in there. And here are the 10 participating communities. And then I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to do ideas. I'm going to add an animated GIF here. And then I'm going to press post. Okay, I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste it in the chat so you guys have it. Rick said, thank you for your TED Talk. You're welcome for my TED Talk. Was that what you were looking for, Rick?
Yes, Joe, thank you. And Control-Shift-Z, that keeps the formatting.
Control-Shift-V. Yeah, Control-Shift-V.
Smokes.
Yeah.
That's been driving me crazy when I try to post in school and it comes all in one big jump of verbiage.
The other way to clean things up is if you go into, let's say you create, let's say you get a bunch of Markdown and you want to clean things up. If you go into our community, you go to the classroom, and then you click on library, and then you click on links. Here on the left, you click on special links. We have something called the cleaner, the Markdown cleaner. Have you ever seen this before? I use this literally every single day. So I get a bunch of Markdown. You see hashtags and all types of stuff over here and tables and whatever. If I click on strip Markdown, it actually creates a version of this that doesn't have any of those stars and hashtags or anything. So if you copy information from AI and it has a bunch of mumbo jumbo on it, you can then put it into the strategy.eviai.com/cleaner, which is link number 20 in our community, and then it'll clean it up. And I use this from my phone literally every day. And then I paste that into places. So it removes all the M dashes, it removes all the hashtags, it removes all the stars and all the jazz, and it keeps all the formatting perfect the way you want it. Control-Shift-V will paste special. It's called paste without formatting, without all the mumbo-jumbo formatting. June, you have a question? I can't hear you because your lips... Go ahead.
What stage do you send the networking one sheet?
What I first do is I ask people what they do for a living and who they want to meet. And then if they tell me who they want to meet and what they do for a living, I ask them for permission, say, hey, I would love to show you who I want to meet. Can I send you my business networking one sheet so that we can review it together, maybe on a quick call? And then you send it to them, and then you get on a call and you read it together with them. That's what I like to do with people. I have them read it out loud to me. Always permission-based, always. Everything that you want to do is you want to ask for consent first. Go ahead, Lindley.
Good to see you, Joe. Welcome back. And I love the energy and the insight. I have a quick question. Right now, like talking format. And how can you keep the format once you copy the AI output from ChatGPT, for example, to the post in LinkedIn?
You use the cleaner. You use our cleaner, link number 20 in our community classroom. Link number 20 will keep the format.
Okay.
Yeah. You paste it into there and then hit copy with the format, and it'll paste it with the format. It's not going to paste bold text and all that. That you would need to use our Unicode encoder to be able to get bold text. But in terms of just kind of like making sure that it looks normal without all the stars and everything, it doesn't have all the hashtags, you would use the cleaner.
Okay, how to keep because I see Rick and Arlene, they're able to highlight on the post.
Yeah, that's called bold. That's called Unicode text encoder. And inside our community, if you go into our community and you go to our special links, you'll see there's something called Unicode for post editor. You see it says post editor here.
Okay.
So you can take certain words and make them bold. I'm preparing for the New Year's to get ready for my top 10 connections. So if I press copy that and I go to LinkedIn and I want to paste that in here, you see the way the word preparing is, because that word is using Unicode. So you can use that link over there, the post editor link, right here, link number 14, and you can make certain words bold. If you want, you could also use link number 10. So it's strategy.eviai.com/formatter. That will just make the words bold. So for example, if I want to make a word bold, I'm going to say, you are the best. You see? And some of if you copy this from here like this, it'll keep it bold because that's called Unicode. Get it?
Got it. And then you copy over, that'll be keep it, right?
Exactly. So if I copied you are the best like this into LinkedIn, if I go in here and I write you are the best over here, you see, you are the best. It worked.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I was trying to say, how do I keep the format?
And you could also save some of them as a template inside EviAI, and then you can push this template. I wrote you are the best. I'm going to say you are the best Unicode. And if I press save, I can then go in here and I can say you are the best and just comment with you are the best. You see that? I wrote you are the best.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Thank you for the energy.
You're
So
welcome.
glad to see you
Zach,
again.
I'm just wrapping up a meeting. Can I call you back in a few? Are you going to be available?
I'm in the car for the next hour.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Zach. Okay, so with all that being said, there's so much more to learn. We do have a session happening, a 2-hour session. By the way, did you guys get value from this? Was this valuable to you guys? We're going to do this for 2 hours next Wednesday. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to be in Florida, but I'm still going to hop on my laptop, and we're going to do this for 2 hours next Wednesday. And we do a strategy session every single month for 2 hours, and it gets recorded. And this is for all of our pro clients. So if you have EviAI Premium, you're not going to have access to it. But if you're EviAI Pro, you get access to that session. We do have something called the Bundle Plus. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but if you haven't heard of the Bundle Plus, you can go to thebundleplus.com. That's THE, bundle, PLUS.com. And that's where we give you access to our Evergreen networking system and EviAI Pro. And you get an extra license of EviAI Pro as well and a bunch of other stuff. So if you want to come to that strategy session next week and also get access to all of our strategy sessions we have done over the past 5 years, I highly recommend you join the Bundle Plus. June has a question. June has her hand raised. Go ahead, June.
She said she's good.
Oh, you're good. Okay, excellent. So engagement with your ICP, we covered that. Still experiencing the platform images, we covered that. Integrated Zoom with Live to create videos. We didn't talk about integrating Zoom with Live. For that, you want to use Restream.io. We're going to be doing a session for our EviAI Pro members on how to use LinkedIn Live coming up soon. You'll see it in the calendar. Ben says, one challenge with LinkedIn, I missed a bunch of messages. Well, I told you to use the first name hack to kind of go through every single message so you'll know you'll never miss a message. But just in general, the way that I like to save things is like, if I see that somebody sent me a message, realize that every single message has a unique URL thread. So I will then bookmark. Sometimes I will just bookmark that message thread so that I can have it available to myself. What you could also do is you can click on this little drop down and you can click on archived and you can see all your archived messages. You see that? I have tons of archived messages. And if you click on inbox, you should be able to see every message you ever got in the message box over here. And if you export all of your LinkedIn data, which I like to do anyway once a month, you will see every message you ever sent and every received inside that box. So I would recommend doing that as well. Hi, Joe. I can suggest professional coaching associations to reach out to. Will that help? I asked LinkedIn to help me find coaches that want to learn how to use LinkedIn. That would be great. By the way, are you coming to the LinkedIn Influencer Summit? Okay, so Ed Samuel says, Joe, thanks for reaching out. I teach classes LinkedIn privately at seminars, most recently paid colleges. After reading about EviAI, sounds like you're offering a service platform, but I'm honestly gun shy. LinkedIn has gone on record as they do not want people to bolt on profiles being taken away. Thoughts, please. Would love to share my thoughts on this. What is your sell? Guys, do you see what just happened? Do you guys see what just happened from the simple DM that I sent out? So, Steve, if you're looking to engage with your ICP, literally doing what I just did in this strategy works. Marlene says, many executives in my fields do not engage or check messages. If they don't engage or check messages, use one of those 10 strategies that I shared, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, calling, texting, emailing, WhatsApping, all that stuff works. Joshua said, I'm not an influencer. The 1,000 people coming are not influencers, but they want to learn from LinkedIn influencers. Okay. He says I'm not an influencer. Okay, good. Over here, she says, hi, can people outside of your program be on the cruise? Yes. And I'm going to share with her the link to the cruise. And I have the link to the cruise as cruise. I'm going to click cruise. And you see it says WhatsApp cruise, inviting, coming to the cruise email. You see that? I have a bunch of things related to the cruise. I'm going to search marketers. What did I save it? Oh, 2027 cruise. You see that? Current workflow. This is part of my current workflow. This is the big one. Blah, 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 blah. Here's a secret link. When you sign up, select me as your referral partner. Okay, boom. But do you see the way I kind of sent her all this information? She asked me for information about the cruise. You see that? And I just sent her all the information about how she can book the link and what it's about and all that. And I have it saved under current workflow. I have a... if I'm currently working on something, I'll maybe save 5 or 10 templates into something called current workflow of the current things I'm working on, and then I have those templates available in that list called current workflow. So that's a way that I use Evie AI. Let's see what I have going on right now. Did I miss any meetings? Okay, I did not miss any meetings. Okay, excellent. Any questions that anybody has? Lindley, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question. You mentioned a few times that the 99 LinkedIn hack. Did that come with the Bundle Plus package or had to pay?
So the goal setting masterclass, the 99 LinkedIn hacks, the Sora 2 bootcamp, the prospecting bootcamp, all those things do not come as a bundle in the Bundle Plus or Evie AI Pro. Those are separate add-ons that people can buy separately. We do give you a deal. So instead of spending $1,000 on the 99 LinkedIn hacks, you can currently buy it for $99. And the way to get it for $99 is you order it with the pre-order coupon code that we have, because we sold it last January to people before we created the course. We sold it for just $99. So if you haven't gotten that deal, I still make that deal available for Evie AI clients. So if you want to get that deal, you go to 99hacks.club, and then when you click there, it says pre-order, because I never updated the landing page like an idiot. And so instead of people paying $1,000, people end up paying $99. But if you buy it through the community, all the people that are buying it through the community, they're paying $1,000 for it, and they're getting a great benefit from it. But there's a secret. Because I don't have time to update the link, you could still get the pre-order link from 99hacks.club. Does that make sense, Lindley?
Yeah.
And it's only $1 a hack. So, why not get it for $99? That's the idea.
Okay. So, I see it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody? So what was your favorite thing that we did today? I'm curious to know what your favorite thing is that we did today during this session. And we're going to start wrapping up because I have 4 people that want to talk to me. As you see, my phone keeps ringing. But what is the number one thing you got here today as we're wrapping up this meeting? What do you need? Somebody says, Joe, how do I get the bundle? The way that you get our best deal, the Bundle Plus is going to be going up to $5K. And if you still want it for under $2K, you can go to thebundleplus.com. We have a 27-minute video there that explains exactly how it works. And I'm actually going to be doing a voiceover where I'm going to be reading it, and I'm probably going to be reading it on LinkedIn Live a little bit later today. So you'll see me on LinkedIn Live. Liz says, how do I check my account to see if I'm up to date on my account? Just come to office hours at 12 o'clock in 45 minutes, and we'll be able to check for you, Liz. Or I can have Juan reach out to you and help make sure that they know. But if you want, you can even share your screen, and I'll show you exactly how to see where you're up to. But definitely come to office hours today at evieai.com/success. Everyone is welcome to come, and everyone is welcome to bring guests to office hours. It's a great place to come, network, build relationships, and learn how Evie AI works. Remember, we're going to be adding 200 new features to Evie AI. I just added a new feature today. So it's evieai.com/success. It happens at 12 noon every day, and it happens at EST, 12 noon EST every day, and it happens at 7 p.m. EST every single day. And I'm usually there when I can make it. I'm usually there as well. So I hope you guys can join us there as well, and you can let your friends know to join us. And yeah, my goal is to help you be able to generate $100,000 in profit in your business. And in order to do that, you need conversations. That's the main thing. I was telling Zach is going to help us do some high-ticket closing. And so I was telling Zach, I said, Zach, the most important thing that people need is conversations. So when you get on the phone with someone, the first thing you do is say, hey, are you looking for new clients? And if they say, yes, I'm looking for new clients, you then ask them, how many conversations are you currently having with potential clients or with people that can refer business to you? And often they'll be like 0 or nothing or 1. And I say, do you want more conversations? And they say, yes. And I say, okay, well, you're missing a strategy. You're missing a community. You're missing training on how to use LinkedIn. And you're missing a technology that will make it fast. Do you want those things? Can I tell you more about how you can get access to those things? And can I show you? And if they say yes, then the likelihood of them investing in the technology and then getting access to the training at no cost is very, very high. And then they end up signing up. So my goal is to serve 1,000 people this year and help them each generate $100,000 in profit in their business. To do that is me helping you get conversations with your ideal person and then helping you figure out what to say to them and making sure you have a good offer and making sure you're doing the right things. And that's why we meet every day, twice a day. That's why we have our 2-hour strategy session the first Wednesday of every month. That's why our community has events that are happening regularly. Barbara's hosting an event right now that you guys are welcome to go to inside our community. And that's why we keep hiring employees to support you and hold your hand through the process. And so we provide more support than any other software solution out there. And we provide more training and more resources and the best community out there on school related to LinkedIn. So I hope you guys can take advantage of all the amazing stuff that we have and then connect with other people and build relationships. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next training session. Thank you for being